Well, today's Colorado trivia is the famous Bronco Buster statue in Civic Center Park was created by renowned sculptor Alexander Fimster Proctor. Who is the cowboy modeled after? The answer? Proctor used Slim Ridings as the model for the Bronco Buster. When Slim landed in jail for horse wrestling, Proctor put up the bill actually to complete the modeling job. Isn't that cool? A few years ago, former Secretary of the Interior, Ken Salazar, officially pronounced Civic Center Park to be designated as a National Historic Landmark, the highest federal distinction a building or property can actually have. Well, Dr. Colorado, who conducts tours of Civic Center, is here to introduce you to some wonders. Good to see you.
Great to be here, Denise.
So let's talk about the mayor, Robert Speer. How did he transform a chaotic city into a city that was so beautiful? There's a picture of him.
That's him. 1904 to 1918, he was mayor, and he planted 110,000 trees, doubled the park space, and came up with a master plan to make Denver into Paris on the Platte.
Paris on the Platte. That's right. What he wanted,
yeah,
right? How long did it take him to really realize his dream and fulfill that dream?
He didn't get it all done. He dies in office in 1918, and not until the 1933 is the city and county building, the western anchor of it, completed. So in a way, it's a work in progress. The Denver Art Museum is remodeling right now, is part of Civic Center Park.
Let's talk more about your book about Civic Center Park. It's with Barbara Norgren. What did you find out about it?
Well, that there were 4 different plans, that they hired the best-known landscape architects in the country to come up with this, and what you see today is kind of a consolidation.
Okay, and there's your book right there. The name of the book again?
Denver, the City Beautiful, which everyone should have in their library.
Of course, and
yes.
You can pick it up at any fine bookstore, of course, right?
Right.
And talk about how Civic Center finally did come to be. I mean, how did it finally happen?
Well, as you can see in this diagram, it was a matter of clearing away a lot of land there, using the state capitol as the eastern anchor of it, and the city and county building as the western anchor. Put in curves, put in gardens, put in water features.
What was between the Capitol and the city and county building?
It was pretty slummy. Billboards, bars,
oh, it was.
Poor residential area.
My goodness. So thank goodness they changed that and made it beautiful today.
It was first urban renewal in some ways.
Yeah. Let me ask you about a man here. His name's Frederick Law Olmsted Jr. He played a part in Civic Center, true?
Right. He's the best-known landscape architect in the country. He comes to Denver, tours the whole city, comes up with the ideas for Civic Center, for the mountain parks, for boulevards.
You have brought something pretty special today. You actually have a telegram from him that talks about trees, right?
Right, and the Library of Congress, which they say is one of their most used collections, are the Olmsted collection. And it's great because it has the letters to and from. Here's the head of Denver Park saying, we want to plant a few little aspen over here, and some blue spruce here, and some cottonwoods there. And Olmsted writes back, as you can see, no, to plant trees informally in a formal public space like Civic Center would be a crime.
Oh,
don't do it.
Oh my goodness. You know, we're going through all of this very quickly here today. If you want to get more in depth and reach out and find his books or talk to Dr. Colorado himself, his website's at the bottom of the screen. It's dr-colorado.com. That's dr-colorado.com. What's the story with the horse statues in Civic Center Park?
These equestrian statues, this was going to be a great statue garden. And that is on the Warpath, a famous Native American statue that's just been fixed up. By the way, the Civic Center Conservancy Group is doing a great job of restoring, repairing, fixing up city.
And there's another one. Wow.
Yep.
Isn't that a beautiful
and
view?
And that is the Bronco Buster spelled with an H.
That's what we talked about.
H-O.
Isn't that funny? They told me ahead of time, my producers, now that word is still Bronco, even though it looks like Broncho. So funny. And did Mayor Speer face any opposition, any people upset about his plans to build an outdoor Greek theater?
Right, and here are the 4 different plans that we talked about, but he wanted a Greek theater at the south end of this, and many people said, what the hell does Denver need a Greek theater for? We ain't got that many Greeks here.
That's funny. But he went ahead with this beautiful plan.
Right, and the idea to have public performances there. The symphony orchestra, Shakespeare plays, free, open to the public to enlighten the masses.
Wow, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And that was part of this beautiful plan, right? To make sure that we had plenty of performances to bring people together at Civic Center Park and to celebrate.
Right, and have it free, open to the public.
And do we still do that very often?
Not that often. They've done some movies and some plays there, but it should get more use than it does.
It really should.
Although it's a great center for demonstrations, of course.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's always a hub. There's always people there when you see it. Now, I want to go back to your books. We talked about one book. How many books have you written?
50 books.
Wow, my goodness.
With a lot of help from co-authors like that wonderful Barbara Norgren.
And they're all, of course, about Denver. And again, you know, we touched on this a moment ago, but Civic Center was at the heart of the citywide beautification plan. What was another big part of that plan?
Yeah, there were 4 parts of this. Civic Center, the heart of the city, and then taking parks and parkways out of the city like Spear Boulevard. You can see it converted from the city dump to that beautiful boulevard we know today. And then the third step was big neighborhood parks like Washington Park, City Park, Sloan's Lake Park. Make those mini civic centers with public libraries and churches, fire stations around them. And then the fourth and most incredible part of the plan was the mountain parks. 20,000 acres outside of the city and county of Denver set up as mountain parks.
Wonderful. I'm so happy Mayor Spear's plan came to fruition. It's beautiful. We're lucky to live here, aren't we?
We sure are.
Thank you, Dr. Colorado. It was nice to have you on the show again. You can get out and enjoy our Civic Center Park Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Gobble up some good food with Civic Center Eats through October 5th. Or, of course, join the fitness series, Civic Center Moves, year-round. Go to civiccenterconservancy.org for all of the happenings in the park. And for the Colorado's tours, Dr. Colorado's tours, talks, books, and classes, check out his website. Go to dr-colorado.com.